Let's start standing. Have your feet in line with your sit bones. Look down and check that they are actually parallel and even. Then lift your gaze. Think about floating space into your ankle joints, your knee joints, your hip joints. Float space between each of your vertebrae. Feel your head floating on top. Shoulders are relaxed and open. Take a breath in. Feel your rib cage expand. As you breathe out, gently nod your head forward, peeling down one vertebrae at a time. Keep your tummy lifting away from the floor. Hold it down here. Take a breath in. Breathing out, lifting your tummy. Stack your pelvis, lower back, middle back, upper back, floating your head on top. Ribs expand as you breathe in. Breathing out, gently nod your head forward, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Let your arms hang from your shoulder sockets. Muscles in the back of your neck are relaxed. Hold it here as you take a breath in. Breathing out, lift your tummy away from your thighs. Slowly restack your spine. Floating space between each vertebrae, standing up tall. Breathing in. Breathing out, gently nod your head forward. Think about keeping your hip joints over your ankle joints as you roll down. So you should feel the weight in the balls of your feet. Take a breath in at the bottom. Breathing out, lift your tummy away from your thighs. Slowly restack your spine. Standing up nice and tall. Reach your arms out to the side as you breathe in. Carry them up to the ceiling. Feel your shoulder blades relaxing down your back ribs. As you breathe out, lower your arms down the front. Breathing in. Reach your arms slightly back. Feel that open across your collarbone as you float your arms up to the ceiling. Breathing out, float your arms down in front. Reversing that. Breathing in, float your arms forward and up to the ceiling, shoulder blades sliding down your back ribs. Breathing out, circle your arms out and down, slightly back. Breathing in, float your arms forward and up. Keep your shoulders relaxing away from your ears. Breathing out, feel that lovely open wide circle as you float your arms down. One more time, breathing in, float your arms forward and up to the ceiling. Pause it here, turn your palms to face the front, take your elbows out to the side into a goalpost position. Elbows are bent to 90 degrees, have them in line with your shoulders. Neck is relaxed, shoulder blades gently relaxing down your back ribs. Gently turn your head over one shoulder and over the other shoulder, just checking that your neck is relaxed. Have a sense of pushing your elbows and forearms slightly back, but take care not to puff your ribs forward as you do that. Bring your head back to the front, carry your arms up to the ceiling. This time turn your palms out and feel like you're compressing the air as you float your arms down by your side. One more of those, carry your arms forward and up to the ceiling, breathing in. Turn your palms to face the front, press your elbows and forearms back, opening across your collarbone. Keeping your shoulders relaxed, gently turn your head over one shoulder and then the other. Feel your shoulder blades gently drawing together and slightly down. Check that your neck is relaxed as you turn it over one shoulder and then the other. Head comes back to the front, breathing in, reach your arms up to the ceiling, turn your palms out to the side, gently compress the air as you lower your arms down by your side. Take a breath in here, breathing out, gently nod your head forward, rolling down one vertebra at a time. Bend your knees if you need to, take your hands onto the floor, walk forward, coming down into your quadruped position. Find yourself with your hands underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hips. Feel the back of your head in line with your spine. Feel length out through the top of your head and out through your sit bones. Hinging at your hips and your shoulders, gently sway forward and back. Nice deep breaths, and feel like your spine gets longer. As you hinge, taking your sit bones back, feel the length out through the top of your head, and as you rock forward, feel the length out through your tailbone. Let's do a couple more here. Then come back, shoulders over your hands, hips over your knees. Take a nice deep breath in here. Breathing out, lift your bottom ribs away from the floor, gently curling your pelvis under, relaxing your head towards the floor. As you breathe in, reach your sit bones back, top of your head forward, arching into your upper back and your lower back. Breathing out, gently lift your bottom ribs away from the floor, curling through your spine, head gently nodding forward. Breathing in, feel that length through your spine as you arch your back, working particularly into your upper back. Breathing out, gently nod your head forward, curling through your spine. Breathing in, reach the top of your head forward, sit bones back as you arch your back. Now find your neutral spine again, back of your head in line with your spine. Reach your left arm out to the side in line with your shoulder. Now think about pressing your right hand down into the floor. Rotate your upper back, reaching your left fingertips to the ceiling. Then reach that arm through between your leg and your arm. Turn your palm to the floor and find rotation in your upper back. Rotate back up to the ceiling. Open your collarbone to the side of the room. And then reach that arm through the whole palm of your hand onto the floor. Right arm stays long. And then one more time, open that left arm out to the side, then float it back down underneath your shoulder. Let's do the same with your right arm. Reach it out to the side. Press your left hand into the floor. Rotate your upper back. Reach that right arm through between your left arm and your left leg. Palm of your hand comes to the floor. Walk it away from you, finding that nice rotation in your upper back. Press your left hand into the floor. Rotate your upper back, floating your right arm out and up to the ceiling. Reach it through between your arm and your legs, walking it through. Find that lovely rotation in your upper back. Reaching that right arm out to the side and up to the ceiling, then float it back underneath your shoulder. From here, take a nice deep breath in, arching your back. Keeping that arch in your back, lower your sit bones down to your heels. Lift your tummy away from your thighs as you tuck your pelvis under, finding your cat. Come forward, shoulders over your hands. Arching your back, reach your breastbone forward, open your sit bones, lower your backside down onto your heels, curling through your spine, tuck your pelvis under, coming forward, shoulders over your hands. Breathing in, arch your back, slide your shoulder blades down your back ribs, curling through your spine, gently nodding your head forward, coming forward over your hands. Once more, arch your back, settling back onto your heels. Nod your head forward here and just rest here over your legs and head nodding to the floor. From here, take a nice deep breath in. Breathing out, lift your tummy away from your thighs. This time, let your hands slide towards your knees as you slowly restack your spine, sitting up nice and tall. Swing your legs around. Take your feet to the front of the mat. Take your hands behind your knees. Use the strength in your arms to help you sit tall. Feel the back of your head, back of your ribs, back of your pelvis, all in line with each other. And again, find that space between each vertebrae as you sit nice and tall. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, float your arms forward. Take a breath in. Breathing out, roll your pelvis under. peeling your spine down to the floor, one vertebrae at a time. Take your hands by your side onto the floor, step your feet in close to your bottom. Find your pelvis in its neutral position, so you should feel heaviness in that tailbone area of your pelvis, lightness under your lumbar spine. Feel your shoulders relaxed and open. Keeping your right knee and your pelvis still, rotate your left leg inside your hip socket to open your knee out to the side, and then close it back in line with your hip. Breathing in, open that left leg out to the side. Breathing out, rotate that leg back in. Keeping going with your left leg, breathing in as you rotate that leg out to the side. Breathing out as you rotate that leg back in line with your sit bone. Let's do 2 more this side, working to keep even weight on both sides of your pelvis. Breathing out as you float it in. Work to keep even weight on both sides of your pelvis and close that leg back in. Working with your right leg now, keeping your left leg absolutely still. Pelvis is stable. Rotate that right leg out to the side and rotate it back in. Breathing in, rotate your right leg out to the side. Check that you're keeping your shoulders relaxed and open, using your core to keep even weight on both sides of your pelvis. Check that that left leg doesn't give in to the temptation to rotate out to the side to balance out your right leg. We've got 2 more with your right leg. Rotate it out to the side. Breathing out, rotate it back in. Breathing in, rotate that leg out to the side. Breathing out, rotate it back in. Okay, find your neutral pelvis again. Check that both legs are in line with your sit bones. Moving with your left leg, you're going to lightly flex your foot, slide your heel out along the floor in line with your sit bones. Keeping that heel reaching away, rotate your leg inside your hip socket. Slide your heel back in line with your left sit bone, leg is turned out, then rotate in your hip socket to come back to parallel. Sliding out, left heel, reach it out, keeping your pelvis neutral and stable. Rotate that left leg, slide your heel back in with your leg rotated, and then fold your knee back into neutral. Let's go with your right leg. Slightly flex your right foot, slide your right heel out in line with your sit bone. Keeping your pelvis stable, rotate that leg out, slide your heel back in line with your sit bone, and then fold that leg back into neutral. Sliding out with that right heel, reaching it out in line with your sit bone. Turn your leg out, slide your leg back in, heel in line with your sit bone, and fold that leg back into neutral. Left leg's turn again, rotate it out to the side this time. Now sliding your heel still in line with your sit bone, your leg stays turned out as you extend. Holding that extension, turn it into parallel and slide it back into home. Relax your foot onto the floor, rotate that left knee out to the side and reach out through that heel to straighten your leg, turn it back into parallel and slide it back into home. Right leg working now, rotate it out to the side. Reaching out through heel, slide that leg out in a turned out position, rotate it back into parallel, slide your heel, bringing your leg back into home. Rotate your right leg out to the side, keeping your pelvis stable. Lightly flex that foot as you extend the leg, reaching out through your heel, turn it back into parallel and slide it back into home. Leaving your feet on the floor where they are. Take a breath in, Breathing out, gently nod your head forward, peel your upper body away from the floor, slide your ribs towards your pubic bone into your chest lift. Hold it here for a breath in. As you breathe out, lower your body down onto the floor. Take a breath in. Breathing out, nod your head forward. Long, slow breath out as your ribs slide to your pubic bone. Hold it here as you breathe in. Breathing out, lower your body back down onto the floor. Breathing in. Breathing out, gently nod your head forward, peel your upper body away from the floor. Holding it here, circle your arms around, clasp your hands behind your head. Have your elbows in your peripheral vision. Feel your head resting into your hands. Keep your tummy actively pulling your rib cage towards your pubic bone. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, float your right leg into tabletop. Breathing in, float it back down onto the floor. Breathing out, float your left leg into tabletop. Breathing in, float it back down onto the floor. Going with the right leg again, float it up into tabletop. Keeping your pelvis stable, float it back down. Left leg, float it into tabletop. Breathing in, float it back down. Hold it here. Lower your head and shoulders down onto the floor. Elbows in your peripheral vision, head resting into your hands. Take a breath in. Breathing out, gently nod your head forward, coming up into your chest lift position. Feel your head resting in your hands. Feel your ribs sliding towards your pubic bone. Feel your tummy muscles nicely switched on. Take a breath in. As you breathe out, rotate your left armpit towards your right inside thigh. Breathing in, come back to the center. Breathing out, rotate your right armpit to your left inside thigh, back to the center, staying high. Breathing out, left armpit to right inside thigh, come back to the center. Breathing out, right armpit to left inside thigh, and come back to the center. Hold it here, take a breath in, breathing out, and lower down onto the floor. Breathing in, breathing out, gently nod your head forward, feel your ribs slide to your pubic bone. Feel your head resting heavy in your hands. This time we're going to float your right leg up into tabletop and hold it here. Take a breath in, breathing out, rotate your left armpit to your right inside thigh. Breathing in, come back to the center. Breathing out, rotate your left armpit to your right inside thigh. Come back to the center. Holding your chest lift, float that leg down. Breathing in, breathing out, left leg floats up. Hold it here. Take a breath in, breathing out, right armpit to your left inside thigh. Breathing in, come back to the center. Breathing out, rotate your right armpit to your left inside thigh. Come back to the center. Lower your left leg. Take a breath in, breathing out, improve your chest lift, and then lower back down. Take your arms out to the side, palms of your hands to the floor. Take a breath in, breathing out, float your right leg into tabletop. Hold it there as you breathe in, breathing out, float your left leg up to join it. Glue your legs together. Feel your shoulder blades on the floor. Nice breadth across your collarbone. Back of your neck is relaxed. Feel the lower part of your pelvis heavy on the floor. Breathing out here. As you breathe in, keeping your legs moving as one, you rotate to the right side. As you breathe out, feel your ribs, waist and hips bring you back to the center. Breathing in, rotate your pelvis and legs towards the left. Breathing out, bring your ribs, waist, hips back to the center. Rotating your legs and hips to the right, breathing in. Check that your knees stay level. Breathing out, bring your ribs, waist, hips back to the center. Breathing in, rotate your legs, waist to the left. Breathing out, bring them back to the center. Take a breath in here, breathing out, float your right leg down. Breathing in, breathing out, float your left leg down. From here, turn your palms to the ceiling and then circle your arms up beside your ears, keeping your fingernails brushing the floor. Open your arms out to the side. Feel those shoulder blades nice and flat on the floor, feeling that breath across your collarbone. Breathing in, float those arms out to the side and up beside your ears. And breathing out, float those arms out to the side and down by your side. Let's do a couple more here. Breathing in, carry those arms out and up beside your ears, and breathing out, bring them back down by your side. This time, carry your arms up beside your ears and let's leave them here. Turn your palms to face in towards each other. Taking a breath in, carry your arms up in front of your shoulders. As you breathe out, nod your head forward, come up into your chest lift, and then roll yourself up to sitting. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders relaxed. Wrap the tips of your hips into your belly button, rolling back down onto the floor. With control, carry your arms up beside your ears. Breathing in, float your arms up. As you breathe out, nod your head forward. Continue rolling up. Grab behind your thighs if you need a little help. Breathing in, lengthen your spine. Breathing out, rolling your pelvis under, wrapping the tips of your hips into your belly button. Peel your spine back down. Breathing in, float your arms up to the ceiling. Nod your head forward. Peel your spine up. And breathing in, sitting nice and tall. Reach your legs out in front. Lightly flex your feet. Take your legs out so your heels are about as wide as your mat. Taking a breath in here. Breathing out, gently nod your head down between your arms. Feel your arms slide forward as you curl through your spine. Take a breath in. Breathing out, slowly restack your spine. Feel your shoulders relaxed and open. Take a breath in. Breathing out, nod your head forward. Feel your pelvis pressing back against an imaginary wall as you peel your spine forward. And breathing out, slowly restack your spine. Breathing in to lengthen. Breathing out, gently nod your head forward. Rolling or curving your spine forward. Pelvis pressing into an imaginary wall. Hold it here as you breathe in, then breathing out, slowly restack your spine. Open your arms out to the side. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe out, rotate your upper body to the right. Breathe out a little bit more to rotate around. Breathing in, back to the center. Breathing out, rotate. Breathe a bit more to find more rotation. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Breathing in, breathing out. Come back to the center. Rotate to the left this time. Take your right back of your hand to the outside of your left foot as you nod your head forward. Hold it here. The palm of your left hand is pointing to the ceiling. Press the outside of your right hand into the outside of your shin or ankle. Reach that left palm of your hand up and behind you. Restack your spine. Reach your arms out to the side. Rotate. Now nod your head forward. Back of your left hand goes to the outside of your leg or ankle. Palm of your right hand is reaching up to the ceiling. Now press the outside of your left hand into the outside of your ankle to find more rotation. And sitting up tall. Let's move that a bit faster. Breathing in, breathing out. Find the rotation. Breathing in, sitting up tall. Breathing out, rotate. Breathing in, sitting up tall. Breathing out, rotate. Breathing in, sitting up tall. Breathing out, rotate. Breathing in, sitting up tall. Bring your legs together. Let's come onto your side, facing towards me. Set yourself up so your knees are bent at right angles, heels are in line with your sit bones. Back of your head, back of your ribs, back of your pelvis in one line, top hand onto the floor in front of you. As you breathe out, lift your bottom waist away from the floor. Keeping your hips and your shoulders stacked, rotate that top knee out to the side and lower it down. And rotate it out to the side and lower it down. Open it out to the side and lower it down. Open it out to the side and lower it down. Pause here, lift both heels in line with that top sit bone. Keeping your hips stacked, press that top knee out to the side, top hip pressing forward, lower your knee. So keep your hips stacked, feel that top leg working inside your hip socket to rotate out to the side and lower back down, and rotate out to the side and lower back down. Now this time, rotate it out to the side, pause there, extend that top leg, bend your heels to connect, bend your knees to connect your heels together and lower down. Open that top knee out to the side, top hip pressing forward, extend that top leg, reconnect your heels and lower that top knee down. Two more here, rotate, extend, reconnect your heels, rotate that top hip, knee comes down. One more, open, extend, reconnect your heels, lower that top knee. Lower both heels down to the floor. Check your bottom waist is still lifting off the floor. Hover that top leg, reach out through your heel to extend that top leg in line with your sit bone. Point your top foot. Let's do 8 circles here, keeping your pelvis still. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Lower, hold it here. Bend your knee, lower your knee back down. Give that top bottom a bit of a rub, and then coming up to sit, let's swing your legs around and set ourselves up on the other side. Extend that bottom arm underneath your ear. Check the back of your head, back of your ribs, back of your pelvis in one line, top hand on the floor. Knees are bent at about 90 degrees, heels in line with your sit bones. Lift that bottom waist away from the floor, feel the length through the top waist from rib cage to hip. Rotating that top knee out to the side, keep that top hip pressing forward as you move that leg inside your hip socket. Feel the activation in that outside glute. And lower it down. We've got one more here. Press that knee out, hip pressing forward, and lower it back down. Now, hover both heels in line with that top sit bone, rotating that top leg inside your hip socket and lower it down. Feel that bottom waist lifting away from the floor. Feel the length from rib cage to hip on both sides of your waist. Open that top knee and lower it down, and open that top knee and lower it down. This time, open that top knee, hold it there, extend that leg, reconnect your heels, lower that top leg down. Keeping those hips stacked, extend that top leg, reconnect your heels, rotate your leg inside your hip socket to lower. Keep that bottom heel floating, reconnect your heels and lower down, and rotate that top leg, extend the leg, reconnect your heels, lower that top knee. Both legs come down onto the floor. Check that bottom waist is still lifting away from the floor, keeping that space from rib cage to hip on both sides. Hover that top leg. Reach that heel out in line with your sit bone. Point your foot. 8 circles moving from the hip joint. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Bend that knee in. Give that top glute a bit of a rub and a bit of a slap, and then roll over onto your tummy. Stack your hands on top of each other and then rest your forehead on your hands. Lift your belly button away from the floor. Reach your tailbone to your heels. Feel your legs reaching long behind you. Reaching out through the top of your head, slide your shoulder blades down your back ribs. Feel the back of your head lifting. Lifting your gaze, reaching your breastbone forward. Lengthen your spine to lower back down. And again, reaching out through the top of your head. Float the back of your head, shoulder blades sliding down your back ribs. Feel your breastbone reaching forward and lower back down. This time, keep your hands connected to your forehead. Breathing in, reach out through the top of your head, lifting your gaze, reaching your breastbone forward and lower back down. And again, reaching out through the top of your head, lift your gaze, reach your breastbone forward, shoulder blades sliding down your back ribs and lower back down. Reaching out through the top of your head, hold it here. Open your arms out to the side. Bring your hands down beside your hips. Turn the palms of your hands to the ceiling. Check your belly button is still lifting away from the floor. Press the palms of your hands to the ceiling. Reach your breastbone forward. Hold it here. Lower everything down to the floor, gently nodding your head forward. Open your collarbone, slide your shoulder blades down your back ribs, reach out through the top of your head, start lifting your gaze, reach your breastbone forward, press the palms of your hands to the ceiling, open your arms out to the side in a T, bend your elbows, hands under your forehead, lower back down. Let's do one more set of those, reaching out through the top of your head, sliding shoulder blades down your back ribs, lifting your gaze, reach your breastbone forward, arms out to a T, circle them around behind, press the palms of your hands to the ceiling, gently lower yourself down to the floor, nodding your forehead onto the floor. Reach out through the top of your head, slide your shoulder blades down your back ribs, lift your gaze, reach your breastbone forward, press the palms of your hands to the ceiling, open your arms out to the side in a T, bend your elbows, hands under your forehead, lower yourself down onto the floor. Take your hands underneath your armpits, press back into a rest pose, just to lengthen your spine in the opposite direction. Curl through your spine, bring yourself forward, back onto the floor, stack your hands on top of each other, forehead on your hands. Open both legs to a small V, then bend your knees and connect your heels together. Feet are flexed, so your feet are flat, like there's a tray sitting on the soles of your feet. Check your belly button is lifting away from the floor and your tailbone is reaching back behind. Now, pressing your heels together, press your heels up to the ceiling and lower, and press your heels to the ceiling. Belly button away from the floor, shoulders relaxing away from your ears. Press your heels to the ceiling, working into your bottom and lower. Press your heels to the ceiling, keep them squeezing together and lower. Keep your belly button lifting away from the floor, tailbone reaching through between your legs. Let's do 2 more here. And lower, and press it up, and lower. Straighten both legs, bring them together, hands under your armpits, press back into child's pose. This time it might feel good to let your backside just rock to the outside of one heel, and then rock it over to the other side, letting it have a little stretch, and rock it over to the other side, and rock it over to the other side. Okay, again, let your hands slide in towards your knees as you slowly restack your spine, coming up tall. Let's come onto your back again. Take your feet towards the end of your mat. Check the back of your head is on your mat. Feet are in line with your sit bones. Take a breath in here. As you breathe out, roll your pelvis under, peel your spine off, coming up into your bridge. Hold it here as you breathe in. Breathing out, peel your spine back down onto the floor, keeping your shoulders relaxed and open. Breathing in, as your pelvis comes back to neutral, roll your pelvis under, peel your spine off and up into your bridge. Breathing in, breathing out, peel your spine back down onto the floor. Tailbone comes down heavy, rock your pelvis back to neutral. Breathing in, breathing out, roll your pelvis under, peel your spine off and up into your bridge. As you breathe in, float your arms up to the ceiling and beside your ears. Breathing out, peel your spine down onto the floor. Breathing in, float your arms up to the ceiling and down by your side. Breathing out, roll your pelvis under, peel your spine off. Breathing in, carry your arms up to the ceiling and beside your ears. Breathing out, peel your spine down onto the floor. Breathing in, carry your arms up and down by your side. Breathing out, roll your pelvis under, peel your spine off and up into your bridge. Breathing in, carry your arms up beside your ears. This time, as you peel your spine down, arms come up into your chest lift, reaching them past your thighs. Lower your head and shoulders, roll your pelvis under, carry your arms up beside your ears. Peel your spine back down, nodding your head forward, coming up into your chest lift. Roll your pelvis under, peel your spine up into your bridge, arms beside your ears. Breathing out, peel your spine down, rocking up into your chest lift. 2 more of those. Peel your spine up into your bridge, arms beside your ears. Float your arms up to the ceiling, nod your head forward into your chest lift. Make this your last one. Up into your bridge, arms beside your ears. Reach, leave your arms here, peel your spine down onto the floor. Carry your arms down by your side. Take a breath in here, breathing out, nod your head forward, grab behind your thighs if you need to come up to sitting. Turning around to face the front. Arms out by your side. Float your right arm up to the ceiling beside your ear. Reach up and over to bend to the side, keeping that sit bone on the floor. Reach that arm out in line with your shoulder. Bottom arm slides out, using your obliques to sit you up. Take your right arm down to the floor, left arm beside your ear, lift up and over to the side. Hold it here. Reach that left arm out in line with your shoulder. Slide your right arm along the floor. Use your abdominals to sit you tall. Float your left hand down, reach your right arm up and over to the side. Hold your side bend. Reach that right arm out to the side. Bottom arm floats up. Abdominals sit you up tall. Lift up and over to the right side. Reach that left arm out, bottom arm reaches, sitting up tall. Float your arms down, uncross, recross the other leg in front. Similar thing, this time we're going to add on, lift up and over to the side, rotate to face your thigh, sweep your arms across the front, come to the other side facing your thigh, rotate back to the front, sitting up tall. And again, reach your left arm up and over, bending to the right, rotate to your thigh, sweep your arms around, rotate to the other thigh, back to the front, sitting up tall. Float that arm up and over, rotate to your thigh, sweep your arms around, rotate back to the front, sitting up tall. Float that arm back up and over, rotate to your thigh, sweep your arms around, back to the side, and sitting up tall. Okay, let's come up to standing. Set yourself up the same way we started. Feet are parallel to each other in line with your sit bones. Feel the space in all your joints, standing beautifully tall. This time, reach your arms out to the side and up to the ceiling. Gracefully diving down to the floor, keeping your hips over your ankles. Hold it down here this time. Gently walk your hands to one side of your ankles and then over to the other side. Back to the first side and over to the second side. Come back to the front. Take a breath in. Breathing out, lift your tummy away from your thighs to slowly restack your spine. Take a breath in, reach your arms out and up to the ceiling, gracefully diving down to the floor. Hold it down here. This time, take your hands into your elbows, let the weight of your arms and your head decompress your spine. Nice deep breaths here. Relax your arms down to the floor. Take a breath in. Breathing out, slowly restack your spine. Reach your arms out to the side and up to the ceiling. Connect your hands in high prayer. Bring them down in front of your chest. Hold it here. Feel your ribs expand and relax with your breath. Center and settle yourself. Feel the connection of your fingertips. Feel the imprint of both feet on the floor. Shoulders are relaxed. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day.